Papagena. Potemki na poka.
This is the cinemas. Have some respect.
Ma che le buone movies. Hush. Tomato. Look at you.
You again.
No. Milano, papadan. Okay. Wow. Meow. Shish. Pure bacca la macchina.
That's it, buddy. You're out of here.
No. Oh, les movies. Papi. Stoppa. Macarena, shush.
That's enough, fella. Move that tookin'.
Les movies. Bello backflash.
Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. Peanut again. Out you go. They do not pay me enough to deal with this baloney. Get up, get out.
Oh, c'est les pouillards. Bayou pudding. Oh, shh. Choucha. Stoppa, les potes. Choucha. Stoppa, la Macarena. Bow. Okay.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Talks Too Much.
La potaille.
Time to go, Gabby Goose.
Right there! Every one of us in here gets a shot at being sharp live on my stage! No!
Don't you look so worried-faced? I've got one for you.
Time to put your walking boots on.
Milano, papadan. Okay. Wow. Meow. Shish.
Well, good evening and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. It looks like it's little old me again tonight. We still have a missing man, but he's having a bit of a rough time at the moment, so we won't give him too much stick. So, yeah. Hope you can all hear me okay out there tonight. Everything seems to be fine. Does seem to be from my end, so all working well, hopefully. So if anybody would like to come and join me again like last week, you may do so. The link is in the chat somewhere. But I can put it in again if anybody wants to, if anybody's interested. You're more than welcome. It does make streams a bit better and move a bit faster. So yep, it's another Warhammer evening. So tonight we will be doing the Vanari bladelord again. But I have finished one other figure, wherever I put him, which was another Vanari one, which was the Law Seeker. Where did I put that? Somewhere. Where did it go? Seem to have misplaced it. Where are you? This is the only problem when you've got over 200 figures sat up on the shelf. Okay, well, I seem to have gone walking at the moment. Strange, but never mind. I'll find them again at some point. Unless they're on. No, not there. Nope, can't find them. Here. But yeah, so here we go. So if anybody's wanting to come and join us, I'll put the link in the chat again. And there you go. So, got something in my eye. There we go. So yeah, that's where I got to last week on this little dude. And he's just got his arms to go onto him and his banner. So that's what we were doing tonight. And he's nick his two swords off. Because there should be 5 of these figures altogether, as you can see. So we'll have fun finishing these off and see where we go from there. So we'll get the boring bit over and done with first, shall we? So if you'd like to support this channel, you may do so in one of 3 ways. The first way, become a patron member. And very, very grateful for all my patrons. They help to keep the old internet running and help provide the old paints and everything like that. So it's very, very much appreciated. So there's 3 levels to my patron. First level is £1 entry. The second level is £5. And the third and final level is £10. Now the other ways are PayPal directly and the Buy Me a Coffee link. All those are in the description of the channel when you go to the video, or if you click on any one of the videos you'll find the links in there. So any help that everybody gets me is very, very much appreciated. So other bit of news to announce, I have finally surpassed my 250 subscriber mark. So yeah, very, very grateful for all the people that have joined the channel. So I now have 254. So yeah, the channel is growing. So yeah, very, very much big thank you to everybody that has joined. And thank you for the messages as well. So they're all appreciated. So we'll go into chat and see who's about. So I'm going to have to go on this one first, I think. Cool plan. So first of all, we've got Crazy Kit Builder and saying first. So yep. Hey up. Who we got here? I have to put the other ears in now. Oh, where have I got? here we go. So we have.
It's me.
Oh, it was. There we go. Good evening, Dad, and welcome for the first time being on the stream.
Cool. Hello.
Hello.
How
So,
are you?
Yeah,
You
sadly,
you got no sexy Marcus for me?
no, I'm
what-
afraid he's not in tonight. He's having an early night, I think. He needs his beauty
Oh.
sleep at his age, you see. He's got to sort of take it easy.
Or he's just getting ready for Christmas and doing his
One or
sexy
two.
Santa outfit.
Probably one of the two. So, yeah. So, how have you been doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm just working on my Ecto 1 that's great big and humongous. I'll bring it up on...
Is that the Lego one?
Oh no, it's a great big chuffing metal job.
Oh, very nice.
Right?
Blimey. That
It's
is,
getting very heavy.
I bet. I mean, yeah, there's is that the Eagle Moss one?
It were until they've gone bust, and now
Fan Home.
it's Fan Home that's taken over from it.
Oh, at least they've taken it on. I mean, there's a lot of them that they're not gone on with now, haven't they? So
Yeah, I think majority of the parts works have been moved over to Fan Home, as far as I know. I'm only so we're doing that one and the Enterprise.
yeah,
You know, the great big Enterprise.
yeah,
But then just after they'd gone bust,
yeah.
I sort of put that into storage, put the Enterprise into storage, and then signed up for the Knight Rider one. Because it's like money management is
Yeah.
really good round here. It's I don't need food, gas, electric. Nah, I'll get a parts work.
Yeah.
I'll sort it.
So there's gone like $6.5 grand, but never mind.
Yeah. The Knight Rider one I signed up for, and then it'd be about a year that they've between one company going bust and new one taking over. So I can only stretch as far as 2 parts works, and even then I'm sort of like, yeah, I'm going to be tightening this belt before I'm done.
Yeah, that can be a bit of a problem when those sort of things happen.
Yeah, I'm going to be invading my next door neighbour as well to see if he has a bit of. Can I just borrow your living room so as I can put some models in there because I'm running out of space.
Oh dear. So yeah, there's so we'll quickly go back into chat and make sure everybody's like feeling welcome. Otherwise, it'd be a bit rude not to. So first of all, as I said, we've got Crazy Kit Builder saying first, and then he goes, "Where has everyone else gone?" Oh, they're here now. And then we've got David J. Emin saying, "Even Ross." So good evening, David, and welcome to the stream. He's also saying hello to Crazy, and then he's also saying we'll watch and lurk for about 30 minutes. Then Crazy Kit was like, "Anyone have any good stories?" No, not at the moment. Other than the fact that I'm doing my induction day at college in 2 days' time. So Thursday, I have my induction day at college. So yeah, looking forward to that. But we'll see how that goes. Then we've got David saying yes, but I would be banned. Fair enough. And then we've got Crazy Six saying, is it naughty story about you and Ross? Nope. And then Wayne Welly saying, a third lol. And then David saying hello to Wayne. And then you got Wayne saying hi, David, and everyone else so far. And David James saying, I will give 2 guesses what I brought tonight. So it's either got to be a blow-up doll or a blow-up sheep. We'll go from there. And then we'll let Dan's imagination run wild from that.
Oh, I'm thinking battery operated and goes.
Oh dear. So then we've got Crazy saying mail order bride. And then David's going, we wish. Knowing my luck, it would be a 90-year-old granddad. But it could be worse. It could be a Marcus. Well, not to Dan, it wouldn't. Then we've got Wayne where he's saying hi to me, and then he's also saying a Bismarck. And then he goes, I picked up a 1600 HMS Hood and Bismarck. Nice. They're both the Airfix kits. And then we've got Wayne saying, I got the 1600 Bismarck, but not the Hood. And just me asking how everybody's doing. And then we've got David saying, the Hood got me interested in ships, and I had this decades ago, but it was destroyed. Ooh, how did you manage that? And then David saying, oop, knackered from being back in work. Nice to see the kids again. Wayne saying, I got be a spider killer as the missus said there's one in the toilet though. Oh dear. Oh god. Bit hard reading it off here because I think me chat sort of lost out half the chat for some reason. Let's go for the top and see how we can get. Oh, there we go. That's a bit easier now. As I said, I put the link in if anybody else wanted to join us. And then Wayne says, depends on what student it is, lol. And then we've got David saying, next Wednesday I will be a student again. 2nd year for a computer course. Thought I knew most of it. No, I do know most of it. Okay. I did my MBQ level 3 in computer software engineering. I think it was many moons ago. So it's no way near any good now. And then Wayne's saying, maybe another night I will join, but work is killing me slowly. Well, at least it's not doing it softly. We've got David saying congrats on that, and then I've only been nagging in school for 5 years for it. Oh, here we go. I got to sign up for a course as needed. My level 3 TA qualification now has been sort of promoted. So we're all playing with kiddies still on that one. Yeah, it's not a job that I think I would go in for. I think teaching assistant.
I don't think I'd be allowed to teach them all.
Oh dear. And we've got Wayne saying, now the minions. And then we've got John Eric Scale Models joining saying, howdy villains. So good evening, John, and welcome to the stream. And then Dave saying hi to John. And then Wayne saying, who's the villain? And then we have Mr. Athel McNicholin saying, hello, evening all, in chat, plus our host. So you're a bit late tonight, Athel. Wonder what happened there. And then we've got Dominic Coco in saying, evening, John, Alex, modelling, David J.M., Wayne, and Athel McNichol. And then we've got, so good evening, Dominic, and welcome to the stream. And then we've got Marcus saying, evening, Ross, and evening, all in chat. So good evening, Marcus, and welcome to the stream. And then we've got Bunny, Mrs. Kermit Balls herself. We're going, hi, Ross and Marcus. And we've got Wayne saying hi to Dom. And then we've got Mr. Sprue and Glue saying hi, Ross, Marcus, and Missing Bushy, us lot in chat. And then we've got, so good evening, David, and welcome to the stream. So we've got David J.M. saying hello to Athel. And then we've got saying hi to Dominic. And then we've got Connie saying hi to Crazy, David J.M., Wayne, Athel, Dominic, John, Alec, and Sprue. So then we've got David saying hi to Marcus. And then Dominic saying hi to Connie, Marcus, Sprue. And Wayne saying, hi all, it's easier lol. And we've got David saying hi to Connie. He's also saying hi to David. And then we've got a certain Chrono Man saying, "Hi all."
Ooh. You want to keep an eye on him. He's a dodgy one. I wouldn't
Aye.
trust him.
Then we've got David saying loud and clear, and then you've got Springer saying, "Ooh, Marcus is AWOL look too." Yeah, well, Marcus don't normally join us on a Tuesday. He's normally here on a Saturday. So he comes in occasionally on a Tuesday. But that's about it. Then we've got David saying hello to Dan. Then we've got Lynn Difflim saying, "Hi, D Ross," and hugs. So big hugs back to you, Lynn. And welcome to the stream. And then David Jones saying hello to Lynn. And then we've got Marcus saying, "Yes, Brew, not at my best tonight. Should clear up before Saturday." Yeah. He's talking to the toilet god occasionally at the moment. But not from the top, but from the bottom.
What you mean? You mean he's laying on the floor and talking up to the toilet?
Yeah.
My brain's weird.
And you got Connie saying hi to Quano and Lynn. And then we've got Lynn saying hi, David, Connie, Dave, Marcus, Dom, Dan, and Hugs. And then we've got Dave James saying, "Ask the cat where he's hidden them." And then Linda was saying, "So much for doing my class work. I got until Friday." Ooh. And you got Alpha saying, "Where did you put it, model making pussycat?" Yeah, he's probably actually has run off of it, because it wouldn't be the first time he's run off one of my figures. I found him upstairs on the bed before in the past, because when I've gone out to work, they have free reign of the house. And I've come home and found everything on my desk at the back here, literally thrown all over the place. Because, yeah, the cat died to get old. I mean, even my Celestial, that sort of like took me ages to build, is now got a missing part off one of the actual wings pieces. Because the cat chewed it off.
You should leave them some snacks. You know, it's like
They have enough snacks and everything. They even get ham. Not that I'm ever saying that Marcus's cat don't get ham. Yeah. Then we've got John saying hi, David, Dominic, and Connie. And then we've got Lynn saying hi, John, and hugs. And then we've got Sprue saying model cat is making a secret stash. That wouldn't surprise me. Little sod. I will find them by the end of the stream though. So I know they're around here somewhere. There should be 2 figures that I completed over the last couple of days. So then we've got Athel saying, "Which of the 15 have not put the thumbs up?" Oh dear. But there's 17 people watching now. So thank you very much for everybody who has joined in so far. Then we've got Linda saying, "Congrats, Ross, on 254. Well, thank you very much, Lim. Very much appreciated. Then we've got Spur and Glue saying, "Ooh, does this mean Dan is going to build something?" Yep, he'll be doing his Ecto. Brr. So then we've got Apple saying, "MIB, Dan."
maybe.
MIB.
And I'm Black have found out where I am and they're going to send me on.
And you got Lynn saying, "Oh my, it's Dan. Run away, everyone." Hugs Dan.
I keep trying, but I can't escape him.
And then we've got Lynn saying, "Looks awesome, Dan," for your Exo. And then we've got Panzer Cat in saying, "Greetings all." So good evening, Panzer, and welcome to the stream. And then we've got Connie saying hi to Panzer, Dave saying hi to Panzer. And then you've got Wayne saying, "Going to lurk for a bit, has got the dishes to do." Oh dear. Can't have that. That's why I have a dishwasher. It's a lot easier. And then Lynn
I had
saying,
one of them once, but my mum quit.
"Well, yeah, they don't. It doesn't help when they do that." You got Lynn saying hi, Wayne and Ethel, hugs. And then you got Lynn saying, "That's my problem. I want the Enterprise part work, but don't have any room." Yeah, because it is quite big, isn't it, the Enterprise, if I remember rightly?
Yeah, his saucer on its own, you know, like width of a steering wheel.
Yeah.
I'll re-sign up for it once I've got one of these other 2 off things.
Yeah.
But I'm like any model maker. It's once I'm done building it, where am I going to put it? I have no idea.
See, that's why I have a ceiling that's covered in models. So it's a lot easier that way. At least they're out the way. Unless you're about 6 foot tall, then you'd probably end up being headbutting them all the time.
6'4". I
Yeah,
think
you'd
I'd
probably-
get a propeller or two in face.
Probably. And then we've got James in from To Boldly Goes Models Works. He's saying hi all, uh-oh. And goes, and you've got Lynn saying hi, TBG hugs. And then we've got Connie saying hi to James. Then James saying hi to Lynn and Connie. And then we've got John saying hi. Wayne is MR Bismarck. Is Mr. Bismarck, sorry. And then we've got David saying hello to James. And then we've got James saying, if you slice Wayne Welly up, you get crop still. And he's also saying hi again to David JM. And then we've got Jeff Light joining us saying hi, Ross, Dan, and everyone in chat. So good evening, Jeff, and welcome to the stream. And we've got Lynn Dipple saying hi to Jeff again, hugs. And then we've got John saying hi, yeah, buddies. James and Jeff and Lynn and Connie. And then we've got James saying hi to Jeff Light. He's also saying hi to John Alec. And we've got Dominic saying hi to Jeff, James, and then he's also saying, is Marcus off doing Ewok things? And that's from James. Maybe. He's probably throwing his nest somewhere. Or doing his little Ewok dance. Then we've got Connie saying hi to Jeff. You got Wayne saying, if the kittens weren't my kid's choice, I'd be debating getting shot of them as they're starting to get at the models now. Yeah, that's the only problem with kittens. They do tend to get everywhere and grab hold of everything. And then we've got Graham McCorbett in saying hi all. So good evening, Graham, and welcome to the stream. And we are now up to 21 people watching. So, so thank you very much for everybody that has joined. So we've got Wayne saying hi to Graham, James saying hi to Graham, and you've got Graham saying hi to Wayne, David saying hi to Graham, and you've got Connie saying hi to Graham, Lynn saying hi to Graham, Paul saying morning all. So good evening, Paul, or morning to you, Paul, and welcome to the stream. And Jeff Light saying hi to Graham. Graham saying, is Kermit Bald out tonight? Connie Lowell. And then we've got Connie saying hi to Paul. And Jeff Light saying hi, Paul. And David saying hi to Paul. James is saying morning again to Paul. And then Linda was saying hi to Paul and hugs. And then we've got Graham saying hi, Dan, you nutter. Somebody knows you well.
He's in cell next door to me at night.
Probably.
So, you know.
Well, at least he's not trying to drive his scooter through his kitchen anyway.
Oh, what kind of moron would do that?
Yeah, I wonder. And then crashes it into the wall on the other side, yeah.
First motorbike crash I ever had were into my sofa, you know.
Oh dear. So then we've got Paul saying morning, Connie, Jeff, David, JM, James, Lynn. Sorry, I'm late. Just ordered my next build. Oh, so what is it? You can't just say you've ordered your next build and not tell us what it is. And then, as Graham just said, well, sorry, Wayne just put in what you order. And then you got Graham McCorbett saying, ha, Connie. And then Dominic saying morning to Paul. And then we've got Sprue and Glue saying, keep this going. He won't get anything done again. And he's also saying morning again to Dom. Wayne is, Paul is, and then we've got Sprue saying hi to all once again. And then you got Wayne saying, that's the funny part, Sprue. Yeah, well, that'll be the end of the chat for a little while, he thinks, because we've been going half an hour already nearly. We ain't got anything done yet. One of them. So, as I said, I'm going to be playing around with little miniature toothpick swords at the moment today. So hopefully get this one finished. And then at some point I will try and find the two figures. I know they're around here.
I'm into painting tiny screws in photo etch. I'll never get it to focus, but you know where if I lift up, if I just lift out back end, so you got in the, and I might have to tilt. I'm aiming it at the screen, not the camera.
What you like?
Me, I'm clever.
Yeah.
But you got in the it's all black on black, so it's not going to show up right well. But you got a jump seat here that
Yeah.
would be backwards facing.
Yeah.
In the movie, you had Pete Venkman was sat on that one, and there were
Yeah.
another one out here that Egon sat in. So you got that non-slip, like you get on the floor of a bus.
Yeah.
Non-slip plastic stuff that's meant to be here, carpeted in the footwell and on the step. Where the carpet meets the non-slip stuff, you got those metal, like
Runner strips, yeah. Yeah, the metal runners.
Yeah, so it's an aftermarket photo etch thing that I bought, and not only has he folded it in, folded it into an L shape, but he's also stamped into it the screws, so the X type.
Yeah, the Phillips head ones, yeah.
Yeah, so with a cocktail stick to make the screws stand out a bit more, to naked eyeballs in my head anyway. And because I want to get it fully weathered and looking used, rather than like you see with a lot of parts works where it's parts come, people build it, and it looks all right, but it doesn't
look right. Doesn't look just right for the one that you saw on the screen where it's got the rust patches and the dirt and the detritus around it. Yeah.
Well, I've done the entire underside of the car with rust. The entire engine I've repainted, and then the exhausts I've done those so that it looks as though, because it was meant to be in the first film, it pulls up with a knackered, where it's knackered. He probably bought it from a scrapyard for a ridiculous amount of money, and then they do it up. They do it up himself.
Yeah.
So I've tried to get that sort of, some parts are old and some parts are newer, but still, got a few years on them of rust.
Yeah.
So, and I managed to drop it at one point. I absolutely shit myself because it's like all metal for chassis. And I had a TV stand where up against back wall. So as I was painting underside, I'd leaned it on its side. So wheels were holding it sideways on, so I could put finishing touches to and stuff like that. And it fell off and rolled. So it's like it's at least 3 foot drop. I thought, Jesus Christ, I've killed the Ecto one.
Oh, yeah, it's not something you want to be doing too often.
No.
Let's put it that way.
Well, from state of my undies after it had fallen, I don't want to be doing it at all.
So Paul says he's got a 1/16 1955 Chevy Nomad plus new engine, trans and wheels and tyres. That's a big kit. Wayne saying first 30 minutes is always chat, catch up log. It is indeed. That's how we normally do things, and then we get with a Tuesday night. We generally do about an hour's worth of modelling normally. So yeah, it's all a bit of fun at the start. Then we've got James saying hi to Sprue and Glue, and then we've got Sprue and Glue saying hi to James, and then James Connie saying James, haha, headset is charging. He's still got it on charge. I thought it should have had it charged by now. See, that's what happens when you keep plugging the wrong thing in, Connie. You had that problem the other night, didn't you? Then Sprue saying, Connie, have you got your Kermit balls on charge too? And then Paul saying, mods cost more than the kit, Wayne. And then Connie saying, Sprue, those are chilling in the fridge. And then you've got Sprue saying, more into Paul. And then James saying, she's got the rampant Kermit on charge.
That's what the kids are calling it these days.
Aye. Then we've got Paul saying morning to David, and then we've got Dominic saying, Paul, that is 2 years older than Danielle's that have the 57 Nomad 116 Paul Press. Wayne said, but I guess it will look amazing when finished. Well, I hope it does. And Spruce put either a gherkin and 2 smiley faces crying.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said it were a gherkin and not a cucumber, because otherwise I'd never get off this seat again.
Then Wayne's going, is that why Connie is excited, Long? Probably. Then Paul's saying, hope so, Wayne. We'll have to check with Jason at Outlaw for a fancy colour. And Paul saying, that's where I got the ideas from, Dom. And then we've got Spruce saying, so where is the model cat, Ross? He, at the moment, is probably buggered up upstairs and laying asleep on the bed, like he normally does at this time of night. He'll be back down a bit later, no doubt. You'll suddenly hear him start meowing. And then we've got, so Connie saying Wayne and laughing. And then we've got John saying, how are you, buddy? Sprue and glue. And then we've got JC Bricks and Buildings saying, have you restocked on stickers yet, Ross? No, but I have got them here. And I have got an envelope with your name on it ready to go. I've just got to get it to the post, hopefully tomorrow. So
yeah, you need to sort out your sticky bits. That's what it is.
Well, as I said, these ones are what we're selling for charity. And they're £1 each. So if anybody wants any, let me know, please. And these ones we get sent out to my Patreon members. And anybody else that would like one, just let us know.
I think I have a quid in my pocket somewhere. I'll just flick it across.
Aye. And you got everybody saying hi to James and hugs as well to him from Lynn. So yeah, I suppose we ought to go down Cam and see what we're getting on with. So I'll change over.
I'd love to go down Cam. Yeah.
Marcus is not here. Behave.
Oh. That's what it is. You gave him heads up that I were coming and he's run away. You can't get staff these days.
That's not working. For some strange reason. Yep.
I've once again misplaced my goggles of seeingness.
For some reason, I think my top camera's not working again. Oh dear. Which is that one? That's the. What's that one? Maybe that's helps it. For some strange reason, I've got my camera's not wanting to accept me down camera. Let's have a quick look again. See if we can find it now. Oh, there he is. Nope. No, it's not that one. There we go. Got him now.
Where you got victory?
Yeah, dear me. Yeah, sometimes if it's computer updates, I sometimes lose the one of my cameras for some strange reason. So yeah, so what I'm doing today is the little swords. So they're nearly done. And then we have the banner and his scabbard for one of his swords. And then we've got the other top piece for the standard. We have to paint yet, but on that we should hopefully get them done. And then we have Octal's Modelling joining us saying, hi, how are you, Ninja? Very well, thank you very much, Octo, and nice to see you in. And then Wayne's going, lights, camera, no action. Yep, very much so when it happens like that. Which can be a bit of a pain, really. Dominic, yes, yours is going to be on its way to Marcus probably when I get his box sent to him next week. So I've just got to wait for one thing to come for that. And then his box will get sent to you. Well, his box will get sent to him and then you post on the thing. So I've sent 3 sets out to you and all 3 sets somehow managed to get lost. And then we suddenly realised it's because I didn't put my postcode on it. For some strange reason. Talk about how to confuse things. So is that the only thing you've been working on then, Dan, is it? Or have you been working on anything else?
I got a few different projects on go at the same time because I got a robot version of Optimus Prime, and I tend to do a bit and then swap to something else for a little bit and then go back. So
Yeah.
I've got robot Optimus Prime. I've got a lorry version of Optimus Prime just here that can probably. I've got some kitchen trays that make it so I can easily just lift stuff out at way. Well,
Ooh.
1/25th, it's probably better on the other cam. Let's see, where's it gone? Click on that, like that. There you go. You can probably see it a bit better on there.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, we do.
mostly.
Ooh. Does it transform?
This one doesn't, but I've got a whole bunch of them upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm a massive nerd, no doubt about it.
Well, you're
I've
probably
got-
not the only one that's a nerd when it comes to Optimus Prime and Transformers.
Yeah, I've got 2 of the MP10 figure. So
Yeah.
that's a transform masterpiece, and it does actually transform. But I got 2 of them, so as I could put one in vehicle mode and one in robot mode.
Ooh.
And occasionally I'll go and swap them around. You know, do the it's like a Rubik's cube. And no matter what anybody says, I didn't put them on the floor and play with them like a 5-year-old, especially if I'm the one saying it.
Oh, dear. Yeah, well, we'll choose not to
And,
believe that one.
and then I've got the 2 parts works that I let a few packages, like stack up before I do out with them.
Yeah.
Because quite often you'll end up where it's like, if you just do each package as they arrive, you'll end up where you have 1 month where it'll take you most of a day because you're attaching the frame to the chassis,
Yeah.
and other deliveries where it takes you 3 minutes because they've sent you just 3 bands, like 3 lucky bands, and I'm not
Yeah.
so I let them build up a bit, and then I can spend a full day working on like the Knight Rider one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 Optimus Prime, 2 versions of Optimus Prime that I'm working on, 2 parts works, and then I've got a few others that are kind of
Ferreting around.
yeah, I've got a bit miffed way, so they took a flying trip and then ended up on the shelf. I'm not going near them again because they're evil.
Oh, dear. Now, me on the other hand, I've just had I've been doing a 1/72 Blackbird. And I've also been doing a 1/72 E2C Hawkeye. So they're the only 2 builds that I've been doing, basically.
Uh-huh.
I'll show them in just a second. Let's get this bit done.
I'm getting a bit ambitious with the lorry version of Optimus Prime because I'm going to be making my own circuit board. I've
Alright.
got these. You just sort of you get your various components and just stick them through the holes.
Alright.
Stick pins through holes and then solder it on the opposite side.
Yeah.
But it means that I can. I want to get headlights and the I want to call them brake lights, but I'm not sure because they come on when you turn engine on a car.
You mean the
But
side lights?
regular- Yeah. So in total, I only need about 6 LEDs
Yeah.
to be connected onto a single board. But then that's the smallest I could find for that kind of a chip. So
Yeah.
and then I've got somewhere I've got the same kind of recharger, a circuit board that's for recharging. That be same as you find in your in a games console. So if you opened up the PlayStation
Console, yeah.
controller,
Yeah.
there's a circuit board that's only
Yeah, big, yeah.
like thumbnail size. So I'm going to put that in. And I've got a battery pack that's meant to go in a quadcopter. So that'll do for charging, and I don't have to actually take the battery out, like you would with AA batteries and stuff.
Yeah, so they don't leak, sort of thing, yeah.
But me and burning hot soldering iron, I damn near burnt my knackers off the last time I were messing with one of them.
Oh dear.
So
Well, that's my SR71 Blackbird that I've got 2 so far on it.
Does it come with a Professor Xavier?
No.
Wrong kind of Blackbird.
Yeah, I think there's the Raven in it, the one, whatever they want to call it. So yeah, that's the 72nd version one. I've got the 48 version hanging up on the ceiling already, so it'll go up beside that one. And then there's the E2C Hawkeye that I'm doing, which is this one here.
Ooh. So is the swirly thing to hypnotise planes that go above it?
I think so, yeah. Just cause them a bit more problems and that sort of thing, yeah. So yeah, that's the only 2 that I've got on the moment. And then well, there is the Halifax that I'm building as well, but that's waiting for new paints to arrive before I can actually get that completed. So yeah, all fun and games on that one. So we've got a quick catch up in chat. Let's have a quick look. We've got everybody saying hi to Octal. And then we've got Sprue saying, "Wait, Dan, we know he's a turd."
Thanks, Sprue. Love you too. I'll just cry myself to sleep tonight.
And then Octal saying hi to everybody else. And then you got Dominic saying hi to Octal. And you got Octal saying hi to Paul, Sprue, Jeff, TV, James, and Connie, and David. So let's chat calls up quickly. Where's the gold? It's a problem. I actually sort of semi-tidied my desk up the other day. It now looks just as bad.
I once tried tidying my desk up, but then immediately after that, I had to unpack everything to find the stuff that I actually wanted to get my hands on.
Yeah, but that's what I generally find, that I end up sort of like, well, hang on a minute, I needed that.
Yeah.
And you sort of wonder to yourself, like, why the hell did I bother tidying up in the first place?
Yeah, it's a bad habit. This tidy thing, it's totally overrated.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I've been told that going to extreme of painting these screw heads makes me insane.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that there were 20 other signs before I got to this.
yeah, I could say it was that's a bit late for that one, I think. That sounded not so good.
Only trouble, I've got everything I need for model making, but no space for anything else. So I'll just chuck all that shit on the floor. It'll be fine.
What you can't see when why have I just started painting that in bloody gold for? You pillar. Yeah, that doesn't need to be gold. It needs to be bloody silver. Yeah, plonk. It's the bottom of the scabbard that wants to be gold. So have you watched any good films lately, or are you just sticking to your Debbie Does Dallas?
Oh, I got Debbie Does Dallas committed to memory. I don't need to watch it anymore. I thought that was a standard for a bloke of my stature.
Sure it's not Animal Farmyard?
Been watching that Ahsoka this week. You know,
Oh, yeah.
on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I've got that. I've been watching that myself. The next episode comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'll be watching that tomorrow. Or I may even watch it midnight tonight when it comes out.
I'll probably go along the lines of I'll watch it tomorrow. Oh dear, it's midnight. I better watch it now.
Yeah. Sort of thing that happens to me, that does. You've got Ethel saying, okay, Mary is home with food in a big brown paper bag. So that's me tonight, Ross, as Belly is growling. Ooh, so what are you having first before you bugger off? Just bugger off after you're saying, that's what I'm having to eat. And what's everybody else got for scrans tonight? Well, I was going to order myself KFC. And I tried ordering it directly from them. And you can get it delivered now. But the time I actually got round to actually getting the order sorted, it was like 3 attempts. And then you've got to like confirm that your address for about 4 or 5 times just to get your address to go in to say, yeah, you confirmed it. Yes, I've already said that 3 times already. And then it got to the point where I thought, well, bollocks to this. I ain't fucking about with this anymore. And just sort of like cancelled everything.
Yeah, I've tried that Deliveroo and it seems to be a bit random where it'll let you because I tend to be boring and just reorder the same thing.
Yeah.
And totally at random, it'll have you can go into your previous orders and just click a single button to reorder it. But other times I'm having to go right back and like do it manually.
Yeah.
I just want them to come round with a trough and pour it in the gob, you know.
Well, I just got annoyed in the end 'cause it's like there's so much bloody faffle about, and I'm not the most patient person when it comes to ordering food. Normally, it's like, yep, that's what I want. Click on it, order it, done. But I thought, well, I'll just try out their actual website because I know you can actually order it through them directly. So I thought, first time I'll give it a try. So got through to the ordering, and then, oh, you must make an account. All right. So got through to starting to put all my details in. I had to enter my address 3 times. And it's like, well, no, this is not boding too well. So got through, got all that done in the end. And then thinking like, oh, well, I've already got 2 things in the basket that I wanted. So I'll just go and pay for it. That should be it. No, it actually fucking deleted them. So I had to go through, find all the food again. So by this time, I was getting royally peed off. So I thought, nah, fuck it, I've had enough.
Yeah, I think that'd be... if it don't do the order first time, it's like, bugger it, I'll just chuck something in the microwave.
Yeah, well, that's basically what I'll be doing after I finish my stream tonight. I just couldn't be asked to fuck about it anymore, and I thought, no, not going to do it anymore. And then left them a nice little review. Saying that
is that one of those where you go, your delightful website
is a pile of shite.
Yeah.
And if you don't like this review, I'd fucking toff. Go find some eggs to suck on them. Well, the only reason why I went through their main site was I wanted to see if there's any much of a price difference between that and Uber Eats. And surprisingly, there's quite a big price difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Even I was quite surprised, the difference in price-wise.
Yeah, because I'd have thought the only difference in price would have been, you know, if
Delivery fee and that sort of thing, yeah. But no, they actually they're actually over £1 dearer on Uber Eats per item, and then on top of that, you're paying a dearer delivery charge. So what would have been like 21 quid off of Uber Eats, it was going to cost me, I think it was 21 quid on the actual KFC site was going to cost me £29 on Uber Eats. And I couldn't understand at first until I looked at it and I thought, hang on a minute, it's actually over £1 dearer than the actual menu. So yeah, that sort of put me off of that one and all. So I'm going to probably defrost one of my spaghetti bolognese that I made the other week and cook some pasta and have that.
Sounds good. You can send some over this way if you want. You know, just need to get that little black bar out of the way, and you stand it. I think I want to make this a bit more interesting. I'm on to the an automated switchboard thing that they put. Goes on. you know that the barrier between where driver and passenger sit and the back of the car.
Yeah.
It sits on top of there, and from what I've seen, it's an actual functional automated switchboard for, when they were using the radios during production of the film.
Yeah.
They'd have old radios that'd be transmitted first to the car and then out to whoever were on set.
Yeah.
Because Dan Aykroyd seems to have this thing for actual functionality into the Ecto one.
Yeah. So we've got David Sprunglow saying night to everybody. So night, Dave. Take care, mate. Thanks for dropping in.
Oh,
And then we've got everybody else saying night to David. And then we've got Wayne Welly saying the missus cooked a chicken curry, so I didn't have to worry about food tonight. Mm. Are you trying to burn something?
kinda.
Ah.
I managed to. I've got in the floor pans of this Sector 1.
Yeah.
If you're watching the first, in the first one that films, part of script where they were meant to be, portraying the Ghostbusters as being kind of like pest control.
Yeah.
So there's only Egon that into Smoker, and rest of them they're always with a fag hanging out the mouth, and in the car they would just flick it on floor or because glove box is metal
Yeah.
on inside. They use glove box as an ashtray, so the entire floor covered in fag ash. So I got to get for that element of realism. I'm using actual fag ash in this model.
Fair enough. Going the extra mile, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, got there's a few of them that I've done that kind of thing with, because I've got actual fag ash in the floor pan, carpeted floors in the Ecto 1, and I did
Yeah.
a 1/6 scale Harley Davidson Fat Boy to go with me. I've got 1/6 scale of Arnie from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
So like a third party components to put together the figure, and then which I've gone with third party to save money, but then went completely insane and bought the Tamiya model kit from I can't remember if it was Japan or China, but it was somewhere over that end of world, and it's an out of print 1/6 scale back in model kit form. So it
Yeah.
was somewhat like with postage and
Everything
like
else,
tax
yeah.
and all that, duty and all that kind of crap.
Aye, the good old government taxing investments.
I ended up for bike alone, before I'd started painting or any of that kind of stuff. It cost me about 500 quid.
Jesus.
It's like, yeah, so much for me being money conscious.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that's sort of taking it a bit too far to me. That is, mind you, as I said, I'm slowly saving up to pay for my 148 sub that I'm getting.
Well, actually, the bike, the cost at bike, is actually on the moderate side for me. I tend to go with, if I've got enough money, to do something, then I'm gonna do it. You know.
Yeah.
And to
Well, it's no
hell
different for
with.
me. I mean, if I've got, it's like I don't sort of like buy anything on hire purchase. I'll purely get stuff in, and if I can afford it, I'll buy it outright. Like the TV, the Xbox, anything big that I need to purchase, I buy it outright, and then I've not no worries, if you know what I mean, for anything like
Well,
that. So let's see. We've got David Jones saying, "Now you tell us, Wayne. Nah, you're okay. Not to fuss on spicy foods." Because obviously David's not too keen on spicy foods. And then you got James saying, "Sounds like you've got a cure for constipation, Wayne Willie." And Wayne's going, "It's a mild spice, as I don't do spicy food." And you got James saying, "Yes, the right spices make a kitten taste like chicken." Just go for the local Chinese. They'll give you plenty of kittens nowadays. It's a cheaper version. And you got Wayne going, 500 would get me the 1-200 Bismarck plus change. Oh dear. And you got Dave Johnson, "Don't tempt him, James." But yeah, it's I'd like to get the 1-200 Yamate, I think. If anything went on my Christmas wish list, that'd be on it.
Minute, I'm pretty good for, you know, got my parts work so that this time round I can do most of the aftermarket stuff myself.
Yeah.
Because when I did the 1/8 scale DeLorean from Eagle Moss, I didn't have a 3D printer yet, so
Alright, fair enough.
I was buying in as and when I could afford things that needed aftermarket, because what comes as stock were a bit crap.
Yeah.
And when I got to end of it, I'd sort of totted up roughly in my mind how much with monthly purchases of, because it's a monthly subscription,
Yeah.
totted that up, and then added to it what I'd paid for all of the upgrades, and realised, Jesus Christ, I've spent about $4,000 on this one single model.
Yeah, it's easily done, wouldn't it, really, you think about it?
Yeah. I'm happy enough with, end of the day, I'm happy enough with the finished model, because it.
Yeah, it looks
or
great in
just,
the end.
yeah, it was just a case of for the same price as I'd sunk into that one model kit, I could have bought my bike twice over. My actual, like
Yeah, full
full-size
scale,
motorbike.
yeah. Oh, it's easily done. I mean, when you think about it, when you sort of look at what we have in our stashes and what a lot of people don't do is actually think about their house insurance compared to with all the stuff that we have. I mean, to be honest with you, I was one of them at first until Colin over at 567 mentioned it, that you should really consider contacting your house insurance people because of the amount of money you've got in your model kits, plus the fact that you have all these volatile liquids as well around. And a lot of people don't really think about that, do they? How that
No,
could, I mean, when you got all these chemicals and everything, and if you don't sort of like notify your home insurance people, that could sort of like negate your policy. And you think like, oh, hang on a minute, yeah, for what the cost of like what a tenner a month sort of thing, and you don't do that, it's worrisome, as they say.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm safe enough because there's only me in house most of the time. Only my dad visits because everyone else has cottoned on that I'm a weirdo.
It took them that long, did it?
Yeah, it took him a while. I was thinking of putting him in a special class, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's how the band has come along so far. There you go. It's getting there. You've got to do all the writing in it next. So, saying true story. The winner of a Birmingham curry competition got disqualified for admitting he'd used Whisker's cat food in his curry. To be quite honest with you, the Whisker's cat food's probably got more real meat in it than what you get in a curry nowadays, anyway. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, one of our local Chinese takeaways, they got caught actually putting cat meat, well, actual cats in the curry.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
There was a spate of about 30 cats going missing. So they raided the Chinese restaurant. And yeah, they found like bodies of dead cats in the freezer.
That's borderline ongoing Sweeney Todd.
But yeah, it's needless to say, they didn't last very long. Thing is, though, it had great reviews for the food. Honestly, it did. Complete raving reviews and everything. But people just didn't realise that they'd been eating cat food. Well, cat meat, I should say.
It seems a bit like owner might be a bit of a cheapskate going out and grabbing cats instead of paying for proper meat.
Well, yeah. But then again, it's no different to what they do over in their own country, is it? I mean, this is the part I always hate doing when you're doing like bringing out the runes on something.
I think this is going to have to get a full repaint. It's come with silver paint on it.
Yeah.
But it's meant to be, I don't know if my camera can see it. There's meant to be copper strips. Each one where it looks like it's got a grill.
Yeah.
Each one of them is meant to be a copper strip
Between them.
with, and then this back plate should be black.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you should be able to cope with that, shouldn't you?
Yeah, it's not a problem. I'll just it's no different to doing detail painting on, like on any other kit.
Well, yeah.
And then so I'm managing to stretch out this Ecto 1 build even further because I'm doing full repaints of things instead of just blob it together. But makes it less like a toy, more a model.
Yeah, I know what you're trying. Yeah. Then again, it's no different to the sort of things I end up doing when I'm like I did with the Canis Rex. What started off that should have been a basic paint job end up being about 10 times more detailed than what it should have been.
I've done some of the same kind of thing with DeLorean. If I bring it onto display for screen. So that's inside of the
Ooh, very nice.
DeLorean. So it cost me a shed load more because the flux capacitor that's in center there,
Yeah,
that's an aftermarket that it's got a circuit board on the back of it
Yeah.
that makes it so that the flux bands inside are actually strobing like they did in the film.
yeah.
But when I bought it in, it were something like 120 quid,
Oh, Jesus.
and there was at least a year and a half waiting list to get hold of the
Said piece,
aftermarket
yeah.
thing. So it was kind of when I'd ordered that I started with I'm not going to build as I receive deliveries. I'm going to
Wait
let
until you
them
got
pile
quite a
up.
few.
Yeah, mostly so that I didn't end up where I'm sat waiting for the flux capacitor to arrive.
Hmm.
But the seats are also aftermarket resin. So I got those unpainted, and I think they've turned out all right for looking like grey leather.
Yeah. Oh, that's all
And
right.
on front, you got everything that lights up. I'd got to a point where you put in the dashboard because that's backlit with a circuit board.
Yeah.
And I got to that bit, and the circuit board that they sent me burnt out.
Oh, nice.
So that were a massive weight. But yeah, I'm kind of chuffed with that.
Well, you should be. I mean, you've done a cracking job on it.
It's blooming massive, and it weighs about same as a microwave. So the DeLorean were something like 50 centimeters long, front bumper to back,
Yeah.
and has a weight similar to a microwave. The Ecto 1, it's 80 centimeters long, so 31.5 inches in length. And I've not even got as far as putting frame on it, and it's already, like the weight of a microwave.
Yeah.
Because it's a bigger vehicle.
Oh, it's looking good though. I'll give it that.
And I'm eager for them to get around to sending Gurney that the proton packs go on.
Yeah.
So I've got all 4 proton packs built, but they're just sort of dangling around place. So I hate it when I have something like that. If I just go and grab one.
We've got Dominic Coco's gone to say good night. So he's saying, and then we've got James saying, well, 8 out of 10 cats preferred it for the curry that's made with cat food. And then You got Jeff Light saying, "Goes to show what people will eat if they don't know what it actually is." Very, very true. I mean, I don't think anybody knows what half of the stuff that they eat. I mean, when I used to go hunting, well, go camping, I used to shoot all me like fresh rabbits in the morning, cook them up, and have them in curries, stew, all sorts of stuff we used to make out of them. But we used to tell we had one year we had 2 kids with us from a friend. We took their kids on camping with us, and we gave them the rabbit stew. We said it was chicken curry. They both sat there and ate it, and then when the lad found out that it was actually rabbit, he promptly went away from the table and threw up. Yeah, his younger sister sat there and ate it all, and she enjoyed it. Then we've got Paul saying Knights of Dom, Wayne saying that's true, Jeff. And then you got Wayne saying, remember the horse meat scandal? Yes, I do actually. That was quite big on that one. And you got Wayne saying Findus horse lasagna. Yeah. And then you got Dave saying they reckon that's where Shergar went. Yes, because nobody has ever found him, have they, Shergar? And you got Wayne Weller saying probably did. And then you got Jeff Light saying I often wondered what that myself, David. And then you got Jeff Light saying the Netherlands and Belgium used to, if not still do, eat horse steak. The French do as well. It's a delicacy. It's one of the things when you actually cook a horse steak, it turns blue when you've cooked it. So that's how you know you got it cooked right. It turns blue. But I think one of the weirdest foods I've actually ever eaten was cow's brains.
I think weirdest I've ever had would be fried locust.
Yeah, I mean, they're like little crackly, chewy things.
Yeah.
One of the other weird things I've eaten is frozen monkey's brains.
Oh, not done.
That wasn't very good, but it was when you're in a certain country, you eat what they give you. Otherwise, it's sort of like an insult.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to some places, it's like you get given like the sheep's eyeball, and you're sort of eating that. And yeah, it's the fact that when you bite down on it, it explodes in your mouth. Yeah.
Oh.
Like an overripe tomato, it sort of goes and then gets rather chewy.
I drew the line at snails. I'm not having a slug with a mobile home in my gob.
Well, you don't generally take them out the shell first. You daft bugger. Unless it's called what's it that snail called? A one that used to zoom around. Oh, Turbo. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Turbo the snail. You got Wayne saying blue. Yeah, we've got that one's near enough done, so we've just got to do the red on the blade of this one.
That's one of my proton packs finished.
Yeah.
You got the cable that runs from wand to the actual proton pack.
Yeah.
It's actually a spring. But once you've got the rack, it gets held, in position.
Yeah.
But whilst they're loose like this, every time I go to the shelf, that thing's threatening to break off because it'll spring up, the slightest tap and it'll just go padoing.
Yeah.
Tried magnetizing it so that I can get it to, stay
Stick
on
there, but it's not.
But I can't get a big enough It sort of does until
you-
second you.
Yeah. Have you thought of getting a piece of photo etch and attaching it, and then making some sort of like a cradle to hold it against the side where it just slots on?
Well, I'd considered that, but it's meant to be that you can see you got the little round magnet that I've stuck onto the screw, and the
Yeah.
plastic that's around it is meant as a thingy so that you can slot it and it'll connect to the gurney.
Yeah.
But I figured there's not much because once I've got the gurney, they're all going to go on gurney. So I figured there's not much
So, but
point
didn't
in.
they actually have a clip that was on the proton packs? If I remember rightly, they used to like unlock it off of.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure it had.
Some sort of like bayonet clip sort of thing.
Yeah, because in film they
Yeah.
grab hold at top end
And then slide it
you know,
up
like
and then pull it out. Yeah.
yeah. But then, from what I've seen at pictures, if I try adding anything onto the side of there, it's going to be interfering with the. With the. I'm going to stop messing with it because it just keeps pinging up. But yeah, I don't want it to be. I spend ages trying to make it so that connects to the side, and then once I get gurney, I'm just going to disconnect it, and then
Yeah.
discover I've added something that makes it so that this doesn't sit flush like it's meant to. And then I've also got the trap.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised that they're only sending one of the trap. I thought at the very least they'd have
2 or 3.
Yeah, but you got one of these goes onto gurney and it's sort of meant to hoop round so that you've got all proton packs running down the middle, and the trap itself is foot pedal on one side and trap on other.
Well, I'm sure you'd be able to 3D print some off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking. So I want to do something similar to what I'd seen in video game. They had as you're playing Ghostbusters, the video game.
Yeah.
You can go down into the basement whilst you're in the firehouse.
Yeah.
You can explore all at firehouse, but there's a part where you can go down into the basement, and you have a room, the room where where they were storing ghosts in
Yeah,
film.
you'd have the big generator type thing for what held
Yeah,
held
and
all the ghosts, yeah.
Well, they've removed the one that were in film and replaced it with something a bit closer to what were in the, like a smaller version of what were in cartoon.
Yeah.
And then as you go exploring the basement, there's like an extra room that you can go into where they have the PKA meters from the animated series, some ghost traps from Ghostbusters Extreme, the frisbee type,
Yeah.
and like just random bits of tech that if you've watched the franchise long enough, it's like, oh, it's like little room full of Easter eggs from all the other versions of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I kind of fancy the idea of I'm aiming for my Ecto one to look sort of it run down, so that it's looked like it's from somewhere in between the first two films. Because
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
at the end of the first film, you still had the yellow Ecto one license plates. At the start of the second film, you had a white version of the license plate had been updated for white with 2 red bands.
So that was a completely different car as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they'd taken off the wheel trims and dirtied it up for idea that they've more or less gone out of business and the car's become very run down. So I kind
Yeah.
of like the idea of it's beginning that process of looking run down and uncared for.
I mean, there's the new the new one, Ghostbusters Legacy, I think it's called, on Prime or something like that.
Yeah, they got a new movie that's coming out. Is that what you mean?
No, it's a series. I think it's on either Netflix or something like that, and it's about the kids of the original Ghostbusters sort of thing, where they go into the house and sort of take over.
I haven't seen that.
No, it's I can't remember. It's on either Netflix or Prime, one of the two.
Yeah, I figure if I've got to make another one of these traps, I want to put in a few Easter eggs from other versions. So,
Well, yeah, be rude not to, wouldn't it?
and I've got an idea. I'd already designed Slimer in Blender as like just for a picture.
Yeah.
But I figure anything I make in Blender, I can convert it into an STL file and print it out. So I kind of like the idea of Slimer driving a 1/8 scale Ecto 1. So that's going to get printed out, and I'll have to do measurements so that his hands are actually holding steering wheel.
Yeah.
But if I make it out, if I print it in clear resin and then paint it with the Tamiya clear green,
Yeah.
I can then build one of the frisbee style traps to go underneath him, put an LED in it, and then
light it up,
Slimer
yeah.
will have a bit of a glow to him.
So we've got Wayne saying going to head off as work tomorrow. Well, take care, Wayne. Thanks for joining us, and much appreciated.
Good
And we've got Jeff Wright saying later is Wayne, sleep well, mate. And then we've got David saying night to Wayne. So yeah, I know. I mean, that would definitely make it look good anyway.
Yeah. I'm eager for the part where I've got all three of these cars finished, and I can then park them up next to each other, and they'll all be in same scale, which is
but have different sort of like things to them. Yeah.
It's still for Knight Rider one. I want to make that. When they had that where they remove Kit from the car and put him into a TV.
Oh,
kind of fancy making that for in the Knight Rider one. I've done designed my own foundation magnet.
Right.
Nice and shiny. So I'm thinking you got there's the watch that comes with Knight Rider card. That's a 1-to-1 replica of the watch that Michael Knight had in TV show.
Yeah.
It's also a remote control for all electronics that are in the car.
Mm.
So I've got one of those watch stands like they'd put in a shop.
Yeah.
To display them. I've got one of those, and then I'm going to modify it so that it's got the Foundation for Lord and Government logo.
Yeah.
Sort of somewhere on it. I'm not sure exactly where.
I'm sure you'll find a place for it somewhere.
So we're going to put it, make the stand into a replica of the voice box that's in the car. The red.
Yeah, the light up thing. Yeah.
But then I realised just how much work it'd be to actually get the electronics to work inside one of those voice box things.
Well, it's no difference like if you use like an old stereo system where they used to have the wave bars. That actually does like the bass and the sound and all that lot. If you'd use one of them type of things, you can get like an old stereo that has one. Because they used to do that.
Yeah, that's me with a soldering iron again, and that's me with burning holes in myself.
No, never a great idea, really. You and electrical items that way.
I mean, anything that's sharp, hot, wet, we're in trouble. Miracle they let me out of that padded cell.
That's one of his arms on. He's not armless anymore now.
And I've lost my choppers again.
Now I need a flatty bone. Where are you? You got Paul saying night to Wayne. Fish. I know you knew it weren't a freaking good idea sorting all this out. There it is. And then you got Optum saying night to Wayne.
I'm into well a little bit.
Yeah, so when I've done these figures, I'm thinking of actually doing the octocopter, whatever you want to call it.
Is it?
From the it's the Adaptus Mechanicus, the Archicopter. This thing. That's the next thing. There we go. So yeah, that'll be the next build.
That wing design looks very much like, you know, Leonardo da Vinci's concept for
It probably has been got that concept from it, if you know what I mean. I mean, the amount of different weird and wonderful things they come up with, it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, that's going to be the next build, I think.
I'll probably get grounded for a lifetime, but I've not actually done any Warhammer stuff yet.
Yeah.
No, I've got all, you know, Citadel paints for detail painting.
Yeah.
But so far, I've managed to keep me nerd sated by getting other, you know, like Star Wars and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I only got like, started getting Warhammer stuff in since a friend of mine sent me some figures to practice with, because at that point I'd never done any Warhammer stuff for years. I mean, the last sort of figure I'd done before I'd actually started back into doing Warhammer was the Ragnar Blackmane, which is Space Wolf. And that was one that when they originally come out as metal figures, not plastic. That tells you sort of like how long ago that was.
Yeah. Aren't the metal ones really expensive now?
Some can be, yeah, if they're in good condition. They seem to be, some of them are actually sought after, and I've got quite a few here because somebody actually gifted me a box load of them. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun painting them up at some point. There's actually a metal attack bike as well in the whole thing, so that should be a interesting little build.
Yeah.
Ooh. Black metal. Look, where are you? There we are. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get this figure finished tonight for some reason.
I seem to be only making tiny amounts of progress.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very similar to what I'm doing at the moment because like we're doing the detailing of this piece. It's sort of taking a bit longer than I thought it would be. Especially when you're using like a 10/1, well, 1/10 brush.
I'm into using a cocktail stick.
Right, 10/0. That's it. Yeah. That's one. Oh. Okay, should let that. Turn that around and touch up the gold parts. Oh, I did it. Metal part.
It's all of these tiny details on their own. Nobody's going to see them, even if they're like sat looking at the model.
Yeah, but you know they're there. That's the main thing.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what I'm going with. It's I want to paint them. I enjoy painting, so they're getting painted.
Yeah. Well, it's like when any other person, like when you do a plane model, you paint the interior, knowing full well it's never going to get seen again unless that model gets broken up. Because it's on the inside and nobody ever, because you're basically closing it all up anyway.
Yeah, because I got that with with Laurie of Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
3D printed the for center part at steering wheel.
Yeah.
I've done an Autobots logo that sticks on it. And then once you put the interior into Lorry, even though you've got the great big windows that, like the windscreen and
Yeah, you
the
still
side
can't
windows,
see it.
no, you can't get an angle to see it properly, and it's too dark in there.
Should have put a cab light in there.
Yeah, I thought that just after I'd finished putting it together and discovered that I can't get the interior back out.
Sod law.
I kind of fancied once I've finished with these two versions of Optimus Prime, I fancy doing Nemesis Prime. It's essentially just a recolor of Optimus Prime
Yeah.
to be a Decepticon, and instead of a red cab, it's a black cab, and instead of, you know, like the blue back end, it's more of a you know, dark German grey.
Yeah.
But then I figure I can have my own bit of fun with it and do a bit of a redesign for the idea that you know, the idea that Nemesis Prime has done a bit of aftermarket work on himself to make it so he's got like a bull bar on front or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit like what's his name out of Knight Rider, the truck, the bad one.
Oh yeah, you had Garth Knight,
That's it.
played by Hasselhoff, and then he were driving the lorry that were Goliath, and then Kit also had an evil twin that were the Knight automated roving robot.
Yeah, when they sort of painted the Knight Rider car red.
Yeah,
Or was it a Corvette? I think they used, weren't it, instead of the Pontiac?
yeah, they had car were the same kind of car as Kit, and initially they used, because they had more than one version of you know, on camera you only have one. Kit's one of a kind. Off camera they had stunt doubles and all that kind of stuff, so they'd used one of the other cars to make the illusion that there's two of them.
Yeah.
Then they repainted car so that he had a silver stripe you know, running down him, and then they had the TV movie came out that were Night 2000, where they made a new car that
Yeah.
was the Night 4000, but then Kit got put into that car, and it were a shit idea, because at the time Hasselhoff had become well known for Baywatch, so they wanted the car to look like one of those floats that they used in Baywatch, you know, when they're doing saves.
Yeah. Well, you got
That
Connie
TV
saying,
movie.
Connie's going to say, gonna hop for tonight. Hope everyone has a great evening. You too, Connie, and thanks for joining us. Thank you very much.
Good night.
And take care, love. So, yeah, I mean, I think changing Knight Rider to a Mustang wasn't probably one of the right moves, I don't think.
No. The updated one where they got Night 3000, that they'd updated it for, I think, where it's Michael Knight's son,
Yeah.
and they tried to get it to do where it can transform into any other vehicle there is.
Yeah, that was the Mustang.
Yeah. It were Val Kilmer that did voice for Night 3000.
Aye.
But apparently it were well up for it before they'd even asked him. I don't know how he found out about it. But I think Knight Rider's pretty much had its time as a franchise.
Yeah, for the new sort of ones, but I think the older ones, they're like it's like Baywatch, and it's a cult program.
Yeah,
the original Baywatch, that is.
When the original Knight Rider program came out, the concept of a talking car that can drive itself were pure sci-fi, which were part of what made it
Yeah,
appealing to watch, because it's like, let's see what amazing thing that this car can do. But now, in reality, we have
basically
cars
talking
that
cars
can
and that
talk.
can drive themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they had it on Top Gear, one that could pretty much park itself.
Well, I think in San Francisco they had the self-driving taxis, don't they? And the only problem is though, when they get themselves into a traffic jam, they're knackered because there's nobody that can drive them, because the cabs are locked up. The only way you can get in and out is through the passenger seats, and that's it. And they're sort of like in a sealed compartment, like you are in a taxi sort of thing nowadays in New York. So nobody can interfere with the steering wheel or anything like that. So yeah, there's films of it all going on YouTube and everything where these taxis are all getting themselves into trouble. It's quite funny, actually.
I kind of like the idea of the bike that can ride itself. They got one on YouTube a bit since. Idea is that it's self-balancing, uses gyroscopes to balance,
Yeah,
and you can pull up somewhere, get off, and it'll go off and find a
parking
parking
spot, yeah.
space for it. But I found it mesmerizing to watch, because I was waiting for it to fall over.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to give it place. And then I think I'm going to call it a night on this one, I think. This. Oh, dear. Because then I've only got the last sword arm to go on this one.
I'm going to be gluing my little rail thing in.
Yeah, give it a couple of minutes to...
And
That's it.
this gluing my little rail thing in involves super glue, so I'm going to be trying not to glue myself.
Stupid glue. Me and stupid glue, guaranteed to get myself plugged into it, and I end up sticking myself to all sorts of bits. Then that's guaranteed with me.
As long as you don't go all American Pie, where you've glued yourself to yourself.
No, it's generally like my fingers are sort of like stuck like that when I've been messing about with super glue, and you're like, and he's like, which bit of skin belongs to which finger? So yeah, I'm gonna go to Facey Camp. And oh, for crying out loud. There we go. So yeah, do hope you've enjoyed everything tonight, ladies and gents. Thank you everybody that has been in. Very, very much appreciated. I've been out in the sun today, so I've actually caught myself a little bit, so I'm feeling a bit, to be quite honest. So I've not really been my usual lively self, as to say, this evening. But big thank you to Dan for coming and joining me. Very much appreciated. It's always good to have somebody be able to talk to when you're doing a stream, especially now that I've sort of like got used to the fact that I've got people there with me on a stream nowadays. But going back to being on your own, it's like, and you're listening to silence. You're like, don't want to do that. So yeah, a big thanks to everybody that has been watching, and take care on that one. And please hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the stream. I know we've sort of been waffling on about all sorts of different stuff this evening. We've actually sounded as though we are a modelling group tonight.
Oh, it's weird that, isn't it?
That's just not right, is it, really, when you think about it?
No, you need to get Sexy Santa back with his stripper pole, and then we'll be back to normal.
I could have to get something like that. But in the near future, on Saturday evenings, we will be doing a sort of test the product out thing soon. So we're gonna. I've actually got some glues and some plastic putty stuff and that, and other stuff coming that I've been given to do a review on. So we'll be doing some product reviews, hopefully in the very near future. So we'll go through that, and then we can let people know what they're like. But yeah, there's some new glue and other stuff. I think there's also a clear part stuff as well. So if you need to cover, like if you have small scratches in your canopies and that sort of thing, this is what this clear stuff's for, to help take that out without having to do all the sanding and shit. So yeah. So we'll go into chat quickly for the last time tonight, and we have everybody saying good night to Connie, and then you've got Paul Price saying thanks for the company, guys. Hey, you're welcome. I hope you've enjoyed it. And David Jones saying great fun tonight. And then you got Jeff Light saying thanks, guys. Hope to catch you on Saturday. Take care and stay safe, everyone. You too, mate. And Optimal Model is saying hype. So yeah, I'll let Dan show what he's actually got done tonight. I'll put your full screen. There we go.
Painted in me screws that'll never show up ever.
So you've been playing around and screwing around, basically.
Yeah, I've been screwing around. I can actually get the bar to show up at least. I've got a bunch of screws that
Go on it.
are in that bar. It's sort of, I'm going to say moulded in, but it's metal, so it can't be moulded in. It must have been stamped in.
Yeah, they'll be press stamped. So yeah.
So, bunch of rusty screws. That's about as far as I've got. It's going to take me centuries to get the entire car done at this speed.
Yeah, if you keep doing stuff like that, I mean, but you're just as bad as me when it comes to detailing stuff up. So yeah. Now, me on the other hand, I have basically got arm done, and I've got his banner behind him done. So that's all been completed. So I've just got one arm to go, and then do the base on it. And then maybe next week when I can actually find the figures, because I keep looking for them, but I don't know where the hell they've gone. I'm sure I put them up on the shelf, but they seem to have gone walkies, the other two. And they're not where I remember putting them, which is a wee bit strange. Ah, there's one of them. Found one. There we go. This is actually a limited edition figure, which is, I'll put it full screen because it makes it a bit easier for people to see. There we go. So that's the limited edition figure of the Lore Seeker by the Lumineth Realm Lords one. So that's all. And that's what I've done over the last couple of days. So, which I think has come out quite well. It's mainly getting this sort of like the indents on the blade sort of filled in and that lot, making it look like it's got blood running down on more, that sort of thing. And then I had another figure which was a Stormcast figure, which was another limited edition one. And these I actually had in the drawer and I'd forgotten all about them. And I'd started them ages ago, but never actually, for some reason or other, just put them back in the drawer. Don't know why I didn't complete them. So I've always enjoyed doing these sort of figures. So yeah. So I'll have a few figures. I think one of my favourite ones though for the Lumineth ones was the actual Commander one. Which is, get that off. which is this dude here. That's one of my favourite ones. So yeah, I did have another figure, which was a ghost armor, and sadly, the cat got hold of it, and I've now got to get another one. There's lots of parts missing to it, to say the least. I think it's up here. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get the replacement, get another one. I can then just basically paint the parts that are missing, like his arms and his head.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So-
definitely been in battle.
Yeah, he's headless. So that's hopefully, as I said, I'll get the get a replacement and then just take the head and the arms from it and use the other pieces into make them into bits and trays or something. But yeah,
Or you
it's,
could just make a little sign that goes, you know, like goes at his feet that says, "'Tis but a scratch."
Yeah, it's like I can also say he's like the what's his name, that one from Gryffindor where he's had almost headless Nick. But this one is headless. Nick when he got into the hunt. So yeah, so that's another one that I'm gonna find parts for and rebuild that, and because I did spend a lot of time doing that one, so I want to get it like put back to work and put it back into position. And I'm gonna have the Luminef army pieces that I've done so far and get them all put together onto a shelf on their own. So yeah, so I'll let you say your goodbyes, Dan.
Tatty bye.
And I will say bye bye, take care, and stay safe, and happy building. Bye bye for now.